Welcome to BW Businessworld. Today we are here at BW Education's FMEC 2023. I have with me Mr. Nasir Shaikh, who is CEO, Lexicon Group of Institutes. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are today speaking about management education, but you being with the group, it's been some time, yeah? Tell us about your journey and what is your personal leadership style, if I can talk about.
Absolutely. Firstly, thank you for the opportunity. Lovely conversing with you. So I've been with Lexicon now for over 3 years. So I'm actually an engineer who turned hotelier, and now I'm into education, right? So the journey's been phenomenal, and the main reason for that is because of our clear focus on evolving the people that we work with. So we've got children from nursery running up all the way to the postgrad. And so when it comes to our B schools, we've got children coming from all parts of India. Some of them sometimes are first generation learners. That's the first time they're going into a higher education space. So the responsibility is huge. And that's what makes it even more special, right? If you're able to make that difference in a person's life, add value to them, give them an environment where they can prosper, that's stunning. And, we've only grown. So 2006, we started with 16 students. Now we've got 16,000 students from preschools to high schools. In the postgrad space, we've got Lexicon Mile, which does PGDM. We've got a global MBA that is there with the University of South Wales. We've got an undergrad program with hotel management. We've got a media school. We've got a fitness academy. So the last 3 years have been very, very fulfilling. About me, I think I'm a very inclusive leader, but at the same time, I'm very clear in terms of what I expect and where I want to go. So yeah, that's my leadership style.
So good to know. Your journey has been pretty dynamic, from being an engineer turned hotelier and now into an education sector. If we can talk about precisely about B school or management education, if I can say, there used to be a set curriculum for management students earlier, but then with so much of disruption and happening recently across the genres and areas, what components have been added more, and what has exactly pushed all the stakeholders to relook at the curriculums?
See, one of the things that is very critical to understand that the world is evolving, and the requirements that come from the corporate world or the business world that is there today, it's evolving. We need to, as B schools, be mindful that we are grooming our students to be both job creators and job seekers, right? So when it comes to being a job seeker and when you want to work somewhere, the curriculum needs to be that you're making day zero professionals. So we've got a lot of collabs in place, a lot of tie-ups in place, where our curriculum has evolved with the contribution from the industry. When you want to create job creators, there has to be a lot of emphasis on entrepreneurship, mind to market, giving them the opportunity to explore that through the incubation centers, the innovation centers that you have. So our curriculums have seen an evolution every 18 months, where we've also incorporated a 9 months internship into the program. So our students get great exposure, which is broken up into 3 months and a 6 months piece. And this really is exciting, not only for our students, but also the corporates who come to us.
Of course.
So with the corporates, how we built in the collab is in the last 3 months, we actually start teaching them curriculum and details of what the corporate expects them when they join it. So we are in a way doing all the heavy lifting for the corporate world. So that's a little bit on the evolution of the curriculum.
So good to know. You talked about partnerships with the industry and different companies just to help get them the best talent and also place your students well. Talk about some of the initiatives and partnerships you have.
Yeah. So we've got a Center of Excellence. Now what the Center of Excellence works is having chairs and also having industry partners owning classrooms. So what we do in that is when we do a tie-up out there, so we've got tie-ups from Marriott International to Accor, to TIA, HSBC, eClerks, many more like that. That the list is really long, where we have people owning classrooms. We recently did a conclave with Walter Clovers, and we talked about how our students can actually be built into their system with everything that we teach them. You want us to just cut for them?
We can. Yeah. Take a minute and then we'll start again. So with many management institutes, we allow them to invite their students to listen to the leaders. That's right.
They have a voice, which is good.
It's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. So we'll do the question all over again.
No problem. Where you left, you can start. We're talking about partnerships with the companies and their owning classrooms.
So the institutions, at the Institute, we've got corporates owning classrooms. So they bring in their experts to come and teach our students. Our faculty get a chance to go out there. There's collaboration on internships, a lot of capstone projects. The other element that we've introduced into our whole curriculum and what works very well for the industry is simulations. So we have a partnership with SESIM, where we've got simulation softwares running to get throughout real life results in HR, revenue management, finance, marketing. So what you're acting, what will be the result be? So the corporates that come to us and who are partners with us love this element that our students have that ready base that sits there.
Of course. Now if we can talk about the whole education sector is undergoing the mass transformation with NEP coming into play. What strategy are these schools looking at in terms of aligning them with all the new rules and norms coming in?
So in our case, we are lucky that we were NEP forward even before the NEP rolled out. Our whole focus has always been around multiple intelligences. So we kind of utilize that as a process going forward. A lot of focus on digital integration. In fact, Lexicon as a group of institutes got awarded by Resham for being an NEP forward digital institution very recently, just around 3 weeks back. So and it's also making people aware. It's making your team aware. It's making the faculty aware, the students aware of what's happening out there and involving them in the process. Simple elements like continuous assessments. This is something that we've been doing for the last 5 years and ensuring that there's a lot of focus on that. The advisory and the academic council plays a large role. So I think it's a phenomenal step that the government's taken with NEP. We are lucky that we were aligned to the thought process they had a little ahead of time. So that's kind of helped us stay relevant and stay futuristic with everything that we do.
With Lexicon, you have you start from preschools to K-12 and then management studies as well. How do you ensure the synergy between all of those? Because I believe that every group which is in operation must have some core philosophy, core value to go forward with. How do you ensure that synergy lies between every vertical of your function?
So see, our motto is believe in yourself. And that's something that we inculcate into our students in and out, be it a child in nursery or in postgrad. And that's in a way where my role comes in, right? Where all the directors and principals of our various institutions, be it our preschools, our high schools, our undergrad programs, or our postgrad programs, are able to sit on one platform, talk what's happening and how do you integrate that. So we have fortnightly meetings where we are talking about different initiatives. I'll give you a classic example of something that we just did recently. So we did things on memory techniques. So we did that for grade 10, grade 11, our undergrad and our postgrad students. Indian Sign Language. So we teach that from all the way from grade 11 up to our postgrad. So many such things. So there's a lot of communication, and communication is a big key out there. So we're ensuring that our leaders are all on one page.
So good to know. My final question. In your observation, what is that area, what is that focus area that needs to be taken up? If we can specifically talk about management studies, where do you see the potential lies?
I think it's about sitting in terms of integrating a lot of AI into our curriculums, where we kind of give access to our students to kind of explore that in both their learning and in terms of implementation. The more we are able to bring that to the forefront, that'll be outstanding.
Thank you so much.